For start.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to start a new topic today, that is solution of state equations. Till now, if I summarize once again, अगर हम broadly देखें, we have basically done the modeling part so far. Modeling of LTI systems. By state variable modeling. तो अभी तक जो हमने सीखा है वो ये कि हम कैसे LTI systems को मॉडल कर सकते हैं by state variable modeling. तो इसमें डिटेल्स पढ़ी हमने, state variables होते क्या हैं, मॉडल कैसे करते हैं, what's the relationship between transfer function models and all those things. And last time, from the last few lectures, we have been seeing how to model transfer functions through how to realize transfer functions through state variable models. इसमें मैंने last time एक assignment रखी थी. Have you done that? Yes.
Yes, sir.
You have done that assignment. I'll come back to that after some time. So this broadly is what we have done so far. That means for given LTI system, we'll be taking some more systems for which we'll be obtaining the state variable models. अभी तक हमने circuits का खाली देखा. आज हम आपको machine DC motor का भी दिखाएंगे state variable model कैसे derive करते हैं, so that you get a general idea about how to model any real life LTI system for a state variable model. Anyway, once we have modeled, we actually arrive at this model, isn't it? Now what do we do with this model? Why we have obtained this model? Basically, modeling is an important step in analysis of systems. When you are analyzing systems, the engineering approach is that you first of all mathematically model it. And the mathematical model we have obtained for a system like this. Now next step is तो analysis में पहला step modeling है. चाहे आप physical model लो पहले फिर बाद में उसका mathematical model obtain करते हो. When you obtain the mathematical model, what do you do with that? You have to solve that mathematical model. Solve the mathematical equations, which in this case are matrix differential equations. So we have to solve them. So this is what we are going to do from today onwards. We'll learn how to solve this state space models, and then after that We will also learn that once we have obtained the mathematical solutions, how to get a physical interpretation of those mathematical solutions. Now, given a state space model, its solution has got two parts. One is solving these differential equations. And when you solve these differential equations or solving the differential equations, you need to know the input. And you also need some information about the initial conditions because it's a differential equation. So once you have the input and the differential equation, you can obtain the solution of this. Once you have the input and the initial condition, you can obtain the solution of this set of differential equations. The solution will be in the form of, what will be the solution of this state equation? Which variable will be obtained when we solve this state equation? Yes. When we are solving this set of equations, which are actually a set of n ODEs.
Matrix.
Yes?
Matrix.
So the state variables.
State variable. We'll get xt actually. xt will be the solution, isn't it? और जब हम xt obtain करेंगे, x का value obtain करेंगे, फिर अगर आपको output obtain करना है, if you know x, which you have already obtained from the solution of this equation, u is also known. You can substitute it here and we can get the value of 1. Is that clear? तो आउटपुट ऑब्टेन करना कोई मुश्किल बात नहीं है अगर आपने स्टेट इक्वेशंस को सॉल्व किया हुआ पहले. मोर चैलेंजिंग इज द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस स्टेट इक्वेशंस. We'll learn how to solve these state equations. You already have the background in solving differential equations. Only difference here is that so far you have been solving scalar differential equations, or you even have been solving higher degree differential equations, but not from matrix viewpoint. Now we have to we have to somehow reconcile or correlate it to the solution of the matrix differential equation. तो इसको मैं स्टार्ट ऐसे करूंगा. मान लीजिए आपके पास एक स्केलर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन है. Consider a scalar differential equation x dot equal to ax plus bu. It is a single differential equation where a and b are real constants and x at some initial time t naught, it is defined as x naught. Is that okay? It's a non-homogeneous differential equation. This is a non-homogeneous differential equation. What is a non-homogeneous differential equation? Yes, you have studied these things in detail right from your 11th, 12th class. Because there's an input term also here. That's why this equation is known as a non-homogeneous differential equation. We'll consider आपको जब डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन मैथमेटिक्स में सिखाई गई सॉल्व करनी तो कैसे सिखाया गया आपको? हाउ डू यू सॉल्व दिस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस? कंसीडर द इक्विवेलेंट homogeneous differential equation, that is x dot equal to kx. पहले हम इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करते हैं विदाउट द इनपुट टर्म, wherein xt naught is defined as x naught. So we first of all see, we are basically revising how you have been taught to solve ordinary differential equations. तो हम इसका पहले homogeneous part consider करते हैं. x dot equal to ax. So how do you solve this equation? Yes, tell me.
The cross multiply field.
What do you do? Assume one of the ways of solving it is you assume a solution of the form k e to the power at. We assume a solution of this form. That means we assume xt is equal to k e to the power at, where k is a constant. Now we'll see, can this be a solution of this equation? If we differentiate this on both sides, just to see whether this is actually a solution of this equation or not, differentiating both sides, what do we get? We get x dot is equal to k. You are differentiating with respect to t. So what do you get? You get k. Yes,
Ka into e to the power 80.
ka into e to
E
the
to the
power
power 80.
80. Or we can write it as ak into e to the power 80. What is k e to the power 80 equal to? That's equal to x. Isn't it? This is equal to ax. So that was our actual equation, x dot equal to ax. That means the solution is satisfying it. So this can be one of the solution of this equation. Isn't it? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Which implies xt equal to k e to the power 80 is a true solution of this equation. अब इसमें ये k का मसला है. What is this k? How do you find this value of k?
Initial condition.
Initial conditions. Very good. So k can be found from initial conditions. So what do we do actually? We substitute in this xt equal to k to the power 80. So we have basically xt equal to k e to the power 80. So we put t equal to t naught. So I have got x of t naught equal to k e to the power 80 naught. Isn't it? Or I can write k is equal to e to the power minus 80 naught into x of t naught. Okay? This is the value of k. Now I substitute it back into the solution, which implies x since xt is equal to k e to the power 80, therefore we can write x of t is equal to, instead of k I can write e to the power minus 80 naught, then e to the power 80, or I can write xt is equal to e to the power a t minus t. This is the solution of this homogeneous. Yes.
सर आपने एक्स टी नॉट को कहाँ रखा?
xt naught. Okay, I have to write that also. So I have to write k is equal to e to the power minus
इसके
8.
नीचे वाले टर्म में सर.
Yeah, एक minute, just wait. xt is equal to k. So this will be x of t naught also. Very good. Into x of t naught. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you know for LTI systems, t naught can be conveniently taken as 0, isn't it? Or we can write, पहले हम इसका ऐसे लिखते हैं, or we can write x of t equal to e to the power a t minus t naught. X t naught we have defined as x naught, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
For LTI systems, t naught can be taken as 0. Therefore, written by xt is equal to e to the power at x naught. Is that clear? Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
So basically this function e to the power at, when multiplied with x0 you get xt. जैसे मान लीजिए मुझे x का वैल्यू एट 1 सेकंड चाहिए, तो आप क्या करोगे? You will get e to the power a into 1. E will be already known to you. You will evaluate this e to the power a into 1, multiply it to x naught, you will get x1. So that means this particular function results in the transition of this x from some initial value to some final value, t, isn't it? That's why this function, this e to the power at, which is a scalar function here, because I had considered a scalar differential equation. So e to the power at वाला जो function है, इसको state transition function कहते हैं. What do we call it? State transition function. We are solving this equation in the absence of input term. We are assuming the input term to be 0, and we are seeing if there are some non-zero initial conditions, what will be the evolution of the states. So this e to the power at results in the transition of state, which is actually a single state here, from some initial value x naught to some final value xt. So this function actually results in the transition of the states. That's why this is known as state transition function. Is that clear? Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. लेकिन मेरा जो मेरी ये इक्वेशन एक्चुअली है वो इतनी सिंपल है नहीं. I basically have a matrix differential equation. I don't have a scalar function. I have a matrix differential equation. So what will be the solution of an equation of this type, which actually I am expected to solve? That is x dot equal to ax plus bu. Procedure I will use the same, and I will try to develop some analogous terminology for dealing with these types of equations. तो इसमें भी मेरा प्रोसीजर सेम रहेगा. I will first of all start with a homogeneous part only, considering the input term equal to 0. तो इसमें मुझे मान लीजिए ये इक्वेशन सॉल्व करनी है. x of p naught is defined as x naught. Is that okay? This equation I need to solve. So I have to see how to solve this equation. तो इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए पहले मैं थोड़ा सा some background knowledge you will require. So keep this at the back of your mind. Now, keeping this at the back of your mind, that means we have to solve this equation. I'll give you some background knowledge so that it will become easy for us to express the solution of these equations in this format. इस फॉर्मेट में मुझे इस इक्वेशन का सॉल्यूशन चाहिए, तो उसके लिए we'll develop some background knowledge. So this you keep at the back of your mind, that means this we have to solve. And now consider this. Consider an infinite series in a scalar variable x defined as fx is equal to alpha naught plus alpha 1x plus alpha 2x square plus 1 alpha k xk plus 1 is an infinite series, which I can represent through summation as summation of I is equal to 0 to infinity alpha I x to the power. Okay? I am considering an infinite series in a scalar variable x defined as this with the radius of convergence r, which actually means that if x is less than r, then this function is converging. It's an infinite series. I'm considering a function x. I'm considering an infinite series in a scalar variable x defined like this, which actually is a converging function, and its radius of convergence is r. That means if the absolute value of x is less than r, then this function converges. Which implies if the absolute value of x is less than r, then this function converges. You must have already done these things in mathematics. Okay. Now consider an analogous matrix function. I consider an analogous matrix function. That means I replace this x by some square matrix A. That is FA is equal to alpha naught I plus alpha 1A plus alpha 2A square plus so on alpha k a to the power k plus so on. I am considering an analogous matrix function, means analogous to this, wherein I am replacing this scalar variable x by a. You know this alpha 1, alpha naught, alpha 1, these are all real constants. Now I am replacing just this x by a. So instead of, because this alpha naught here is a scalar, it is to be multiplied by I so that the matrix जो addition है उसकी compatibility आ जाए. I is basically a identity matrix of the same size as A, where A is a square matrix of size n cross n. Are you following me? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am considering an analogous matrix function defined like this. Then there is a what you call proof in there is a statement in matrix literature which says that there is a theorem in matrix literature which says that if the eigenvalues of A or if the absolute value of the eigenvalues of A are less than R, then this matrix function also converges. There is a theorem in matrix theory which states that if the absolute values of eigenvalues of A are less than R, then this matrix function also converges. Then this matrix function also converges. Means जो हमने पहले स्केलर फंक्शन ली थी ये वाली, जिसमें हमें पता है कि इसका रेडियस ऑफ कन्वर्जेंस r है, और इसके एनालॉगसली हमने एक मैट्रिक्स फंक्शन डिफाइन की in which we have replaced x by a, where A is a square matrix of size n and n cross n. Then there is a theorem in matrix literature which states that if the absolute values of the eigenvalues of A are less than this R, then this matrix function also converges. So just remember this thing. Just keep this thing at the back of your mind. In particular, we are interested in functions of the form, we are interested in functions of the form fx equal to 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus so on, x to the power k upon k factorial plus so on. It actually can be written as summation of I is equal to 0 to infinity x to the power I upon I factorial. Can you tell me ये वाला जो ये function जो है scalar infinite series है x में, what does it converge to? This 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus xk upon k factorial. ये किसका expanded form है?
e power x.
E power x.
It's well known. That this series, infinite series fx, converges to e to the power x for all finite x. Isn't it? That means this function का radius of convergence जो है, that is modulus of x less than infinity. It will converge to ex for all finite x. Equivalently, अगर मैं इसका एनालॉगस मैट्रिक्स सीरीज लूं, the analogous, so this is basically equal to e to the power x as we have told. The analogous matrix function fa, I'll replace x by a, is equal to I plus, instead of 1 will come I, plus a square upon 2 factorial plus so on, plus a to the power k upon k factorial plus so on is equal to summation of I is equal to 0 to infinity a to the power I upon I factorial. Because this scalar function is converging for all finite x, that means this function will also converge for all a. That means when a, the absolute values of eigenvalues of a are less than the radius of convergence of the equivalent scalar function, then this matrix function also converges. Since this scalar function is converging for all x, that means this analogous matrix function also converges for all a. Equivalently, the analogous matrix function this also converges for all a. Is that clear? Yes. किसी को कहीं पे कोई डाउट? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, are you getting this? The point that I am trying to make?
Yes, sir.
So, this function will also converge because its equivalent scalar function is converging for all finite x. So, this will also converge for all a. Okay. Now, I will try to develop, we'll try to develop a nomenclature equivalent to that for scalar functions. As you could see here, this function actually converges to e to the power x. When I am replacing x by a, I am getting this type of thing. It is actually summation of I equal to 0 to infinity a to the power I upon 1 factorial, I factorial. So I call this as e to the power a. A is a matrix. Please understand this. E to the power x तो मैं विजुलाइज कर सकता हूँ, कैसे ऑब्टेन करेंगे? लेकिन what is e to the power a actually? So remember that e to the power a is basically this function. It will be actually a matrix. So I am trying to develop a nomenclature equivalent to that for scalar functions. Scalar functions के लिए we say that it is equal to e to the power x. For matrix functions, we say that this we will call as e to the power a. So we define e to the power we define fa equal to summation of I is equal to 0 to infinity a to the power I upon I factorial as e to the power a, where e to the power a is known as matrix exponential of a. Now, as soon as you see this function e to the power a, this thing should come immediately to your mind. So try to first of all link it to the scalar function e to the power x. उससे इसको याद रखना इजी हो जाएगा आपके लिए. E to the power x, you basically know it's equal to 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x to the k upon k factorial equal to this. Now e to the power a is just replaces x by a. Is that clear? So e to the power a is known as matrix exponential of a. In particular, we are interested in, while solving the state equations, we are interested in matrix exponentials of this form. Matrix exponentials of the form e to the power at. T is a scalar, time. So e to the power at is equal to what? It is equal to I. Instead of a, I have to replace it by at. I plus at plus a square t square upon 2 factorial plus so on a k t to the power k upon k factorial plus so on. That is summation of I is equal to 0 to infinity a to the power I t to the power I upon I factorial. Is that clear? Are you following what I am trying to make you understand? Yes, sir. I need at least one response. Okay. ठीक है, तो ये मैट्रिक्स एक्सपोनेंशियल की डेफिनेशन है. अब हम देखेंगे इस मैट्रिक्स एक्सपोनेंशियल की प्रॉपर्टीज क्या क्या हैं. Properties of matrix, because we'll see that we'll try to develop the properties of matrix exponential analogously to the scalar exponential की जो properties हैं. Properties of, आपको प्रॉब्लम याद है ना, प्रॉब्लम हम कौन सी एक्चुअली सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. दिस इज जस्ट बेसिकली द बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज. प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मैट्रिक्स एक्सपोनेंशियल. First property of matrix exponential is like this: e to the power a 0 is equal to I. अगर आपके पास एक स्केलर एक्सपोनेंशियल है e to the power ax or e to the power at, let's say, or if t is equal to 0, we'll have e to the power a into 0. That is e to the power 0. What is that equal to?
1.
That's equal to 1. On the same lines, we'll try to develop this first property of the matrix exponential, e to the power a0 equal to I. तो इसका प्रूफ हम देखेंगे. You know what's e to the power at? How do you define it as? It's equal to I plus at plus a square t square upon 2 factorial plus so on plus a k t to the power k upon k factorial plus so on. Now put t equal to 0. What do you get? You get e to the power a into 0, isn't it? A एक मैट्रिक्स है. So you'll get e to the power 0 matrix. I'll write like this. Write like this. Is that okay? This is a 0 matrix. And when you substitute it here, t equal to 0, all these terms become 0. So what do you get it as? That is equal to I. Is that okay? Where this big 0 is a 0 matrix of size n cross n. Are you getting me? So you know that for a scalar exponential, e to the power 0 is 1. For a matrix exponential, e to the power 0 by 0 is a matrix, that's equal to I. Could you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is property number 1. Now property number 2. Number 2 is like this. E to the power at, e to the power a tau, that is equal to e to the power a t plus tau. अगर हम एनालॉगसली एक स्केलर फंक्शन लें, e to the power at, e to the power a tau, स्केलर फंक्शन में तो हमें पता है, the power simply get added. We get this as a to the power at, isn't it? Plus a tau, which is actually e to the power a t plus tau. सही है ना? We want to see whether this property holds true for matrix exponential also or not. तो इसको हम कैसे करेंगे? सिंपल सा प्रूफ है इसका. We'll take the LHS first. That is e to the power at, e to the power a tau. What is e to the power at equal to? That is I plus at plus a square t square upon 2 factorial plus so on. Then you have e to the power 8 tau. It is equal to I plus 8 tau plus a square tau square upon 2 factorial plus so on. सही है ना? Is that okay? Now what you do is you expand some terms of this product. Simply इसका product लो. So this is equal to I plus, if I multiply by I first, then you have I plus a tau plus a square tau square upon 2 factorial plus so on. Then I multiply by 80. So this is plus 80. सही है? Plus a square t tau plus I have a cube. Yes, a cube t tau square. मैं इससे प्रोडक्ट कर रहा हूँ इसका. So I multiply this by this, then this by this, then I multiplying this by this. So this is a square t tau square upon 2 factorial. सही है? Plus so on. Then I multiply by this. So this is what? This is a square t square upon 2 factorial. Then you have a cube t square tau upon 2 factorial. Then you have a4 t square tau square upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial plus so on. So what I'm trying to say is that you expand some terms of this product and then expand this also, and then try to see term by term whether they are actually similar or not. जैसे मान लीजिए अगर मैं इसको एक्सपेंड करूं a t plus tau को, तो इसमें पहली टर्म तो आएगी I, दूसरी टर्म क्या आएगी? यस, इसको अगर मैं एक्सपेंड कर रहा हूं a t plus tau को, What will be the different terms that I will get? Can you hear me? I need a response.
I plus sir a
I
t
plus
plus
a
tau.
t tau.
I plus a t plus tau. That means a t plus a tau. I भी है यहाँ पे, a t भी है यहाँ पे, a tau भी है यहाँ पे, है ना?
Yes sir, common.
सेकंड उसके बाद वाली टर्म क्या आएगी? a t plus tau whole square upon 2 factorial. A square t plus tau whole square upon 2 factorial. Isn't it?
Yes sir.
इसका जो पहला टर्म आएगा that will be I plus a t plus tau. सही है ना? फिर आएगा a square t plus tau whole square upon 2 factorial. इसको मैं अगर एक्सपेंड करूं what will I get? I'll get a square t square upon 2 factorial. सही है ना? a square t square upon 2 factorial. यही टर्म है ना?
Yes sir.
फिर नेक्स्ट वाली टर्म क्या आएगी? a square tau square upon 2 factorial. तो ये वाली टर्म है this one, isn't it? And next term क्या आएगी इसकी? 2 a square, yes, t plus tau. 2ab वाली टर्म आएगी ना? नीचे 2 फैक्टोरियल है.
Sir वो 2a स्क्वायर फिर 2 tau t 2t tau
2
होगा ना?
theta, sorry, like this. है ना?
Yes sir.
A square t tau upon 2 factorial. So a square t tau you can see here. This and this goes, so this becomes a square t tau. सही है? इसका 2 और 2 कैंसिल हो जाएगा ना?
Yes sir, सही है sir.
So I get a square t tau. So that this is the way you have to actually prove it. That means term wise, you can prove for some 5-6 terms and see that they are coming out to be same. Is that okay? Can you do it? Just
Sir.
try to just
Yes,
try to
sir.
expand, just try to expand few terms of this, few terms of this, and show that they are same. That's how you can prove this property number 2. Is that okay? So this is your property number 2. Now property number 3. Property number 3 is e to the power at inverse. That is equal to e to the power minus at. जैसे आपको पता है e to the power x raised power minus 1. What is that equal to? e to the power minus x. ये स्केलर फंक्शन की बात हो रही है. Same way it holds true for the matrix function also. e to the power at is a matrix actually. इसका जो इनवर्स होगा that will be simply equal to e to the power minus at. Let's prove it out. इसका प्रूफ क्या है देखो. e to the power at, इसका मुझे इनवर्स ऑब्टेन करना है. If I multiply it by e to the power minus at, what will I get? That's e to the power a t minus t. Previous वाली प्रॉपर्टी मैंने यूज की, पावर्स कंबाइन किए, isn't it? Just excuse me for a minute. Hello. Sorry for interruption. So you have got e to the power a t minus t. Are you getting me? So this is equal to a t minus t is 0. So this is e to the power that big 0. That's equal to I. Isn't it? तो आपको पता है मैट्रिसेस की प्रॉपर्टी है that if we know that for two square matrices x and y, if x y is equal to I, then y is equal to x inverse, isn't it? सही है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो उसी लाइन उन्हीं लाइंस पे then this matrix is the inverse of this, which implies e to the power minus 80 is equal to e to the power 80 inverse. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
That means अगर आपको e to the power 80 पता है तो उसमें just आप t की जगह minus t substitute करो, you will get the inverse of that matrix. So e to the power 80 is equal to 80 inverse equal to e to the power minus 80. This is your property number 3. Do we get me? Now property number 4. d by dt of e to the power 80 is equal to a e to the power 80, or it is also equal to e to the power 80 into a. इसकी जो एनालॉगस स्केलर फंक्शन स्केलर ये है प्रॉपर्टी, दैट इज d by dt of e to the power a t. What is that equal to? अगर ये स्केलर फंक्शन है, this is equal to a e to the power 80, isn't it? Which is also equal to e to the power 80 into a. क्योंकि ये स्केलर्स हैं, तो कम्यूटेटिव होता है स्केलर प्रोडक्ट. आई कैन सिंपली राइट इट लाइक दिस. So there is an analogous property for matrix exponential also. Let's try to prove it. So d by dt of e to the power 80, that is d by dt of e to the power 80, I will expand. This is equal to I plus 80 plus a square t square upon 2 factorial. एक और टर्म लिख लेते हैं, a cube t cube upon 3 factorial plus 1. ठीक है? So that's equal to d by dt of I, that's equal to 0. d by dt of 80, that's equal to a. ठीक है ना? d by dt of 80 is a. What is d by dt of a square t square? That is 2 a square t upon 2 factorial. ठीक है? Plus this is 3 a cube t square upon 3 factorial plus 1. So that's actually equal to a plus a square t plus this is a cube t square upon 2, which you can write as 2 factorial plus 1. Is that okay? So this can be written as a can be taken common into I plus 80 plus a square t square upon 2 factorial plus 1. a इसमें प्री मल्टीप्लाई करके भी कॉमन लिया जा सकता है या इसको ऐसे भी कॉमन ले सकते हैं, which is actually equal to I plus 80 plus a square t square upon 2 factorial plus 1 into a, which is actually equal to this is a e to the power 80 and this is e to the power 80. Is that okay? So you can see it's actually analogous to this scalar function. d by dt of e to the power 80, that's equal to a e to the power 80, that's equal to e to the power 80 into a. The same thing holds true for the matrix exponential also. Do you get me?
Yes, sir.
चार properties आपको ध्यान में रखनी है. And now I will proceed to solve the मेरा actual problem था. That means I have to solve a state equation. I have to see what is the solution of state equation like. I'll come back to that problem now. Now this you keep at the back of your mind. Now I come back to my original problem. Solution of state equation. State equation, that is x dot equal to ax plus bu. आपको पता है कि ये एक इक्वेशन नहीं है, बहुत सारी इक्वेशंस हैं. इसमें x of t not defined है as x. तो इसको मैं एग्जैक्टली वैसे ही प्रोसीड करूंगा. आई कंसीडर द होमोजेनियस स्टेट इक्वेशन. Homogeneous means the input term I am taking 0. That is, I am assuming u equal to 0. So what will be the homogeneous state equation? X dot equal to a to the power ax. And x t naught is defined as, पहले हम इसका solution देखेंगे कैसा होगा. तो इसको मैं exactly उसी pattern पे solve करूँगा. इस pattern पे मैंने scalar differential equation solve की थी. So I'll assume a solution of the type of the form xt equal to e to the power at into k or k to the power at, जैसे आपकी मर्जी, like this or this. Is that okay? Let me write it like. So I am assuming a solution of this type. Now you know what this is. There is a matrix here. Now we'll see first of all whether this can be a solution to this equation or not. We'll differentiate both sides with respect to t. So what will I get? I'll get x dot t equal to. Now I differentiate with this with respect to t. What will I get? A e to the power at, then we have k. Is that okay? Because we have already seen d by dt of e to the power at is a e to the power at. ठीक है? So x dot t is a e to the power at into k, or I can write x dot t is a e to the power at k. That is equal to x. That is x dot t equal to x. It is the actual equation. That means, which implies the solution xt is equal to e to the power at k is a true solution of the given equation. ठीक है? अब इसमें सेम प्रोसेस अगर हम फॉलो करें, what do I need to obtain now? I need to find the value of k. How can I find k? Yes.
So initial condition.
Initial conditions. So k can be obtained from initial condition. तो k को हम initial condition से obtain करेंगे. तो इस solution में जो solution है मेरा x t equal to e to the power at k, I'll put t equal to t naught. So I have x t equal to e to the power at k. So put t equal to t naught. That's the initial time. So I have got x t equal to e to the power a t naught. This is x t naught into k. अब यहाँ पे ये प्रॉब्लम उतनी सिंपल नहीं है जैसे प्रीवियस केस में थी. उसमें कोई स्केलर था, मैंने सिंपली यहाँ से डिवाइड कर लिया था. यहाँ पे मैट्रिक्स है, so I'll have to pre-multiply it by the inverse of this. Pre-multiply both sides by e to the power at naught inverse. What will I get? I'll get e to the power at naught inverse into x t naught is equal to e to the power a t naught inverse into e to the power a t naught into k. सही है? So e to the power a t naught inverse, that's e to the power minus a t naught. We have already proved it. This is x t naught. This is e to the power minus a t naught. This is e to the power a t naught into k. Or you can write e to the power minus a t naught into x t naught. So इनमें powers add हो जाएंगे. So this is e to the power minus a t naught plus a t naught into k. Or we can write e to the power minus a t naught into x t naught. This becomes e to the power big 0 into k. So this is your what? This is the identity matrix. e to the power 0. So our k will be equal to e to the power minus a t naught into xt. Did you get me? Is that okay? Is that clear?
सर
Yes.
वहां पे आप लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में अपने e टू द पावर माइनस ए टी नॉट को सर टी नॉट का वैल्यू उसमें क्यों नहीं पुट के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में सर?
लेफ्ट साइड में क्या नहीं किया?
सेकेंड लास्ट इक्वेशन में सर आपने e टू द पावर माइनस ए टी नॉट को अपने सर टी नॉट की वैल्यू क्यों नहीं जीरो पुट किया, जबकि राइट हैंड साइड में आपने
मैं जनरल में अभी ऑब्टेन कर रहा हूँ. जब फाइनली हम सॉल्यूशन ऑब्टेन करेंगे ना इसका, पहले जनरल सॉल्यूशन ऑब्टेन करेंगे, फिर उसमें टी नॉट की जगह 0 डाल के देखेंगे कि सिंपल फॉर्म में सॉल्यूशन कैसे लिखा जा सकता है. इज दैट ओके?
यस सर, यस सर.
So your k is equal to this. Now I put it back in the solution. My solution is xt equal to e to the power at into k. Or you can write xt equal to e to the power at, k का वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, that's e to the power minus at naught into xt naught. Is that okay? Or I can write xt is equal to, इनको combine करेंगे, this is e to the power a t minus t naught into xt naught. So this is the solution of this equation. Okay. Now you know, for mathematical convenience, T0 in, for mathematical convenience in LTI systems, T0 can be put equal to 0. So therefore we can have this x of t equal to e to the power at x of 0. This is the solution. Is that okay? So this e to the power at actually results in the transition of any initial state to some final state xt. जैसे मान लीजिए आपको x0 दिया हुआ है, आपको x का वैल्यू ऑब्टेन करना है 10 सेकंड. So what you will do? You will put t equal to 10, e to the power at, t equal to 10 you will put there, and then you will expand it. And then अभी इसमें जो क्वेश्चन नेक्स्ट है कि इसको e to the power at को इवैल्यूएट कैसे किया जाए वो हम देखेंगे आगे. फिलहाल आपको ये याद रखना है कि ये जो मैट्रिक्स है, this actually results in the transition of initial states to any final state. That's why this e to the power at is also known as state transition matrix. What do we call it? State transition matrix, because it results in the transition of states from any initial state x0 to any final state x2. Is that clear up till now? आप देखो इसको मैंने exactly analogously डेवलप किया इसको to the solution of a scalar differential equation. उसका solution कुछ ऐसे आ रहा था. जो हमने स्टार्ट में स्केलर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन ली थी, उसमें a स्केलर था, x एक सिंगल स्टेट था. Now that's why we call this as state transition function there. But in this case, a is a matrix. So for obtaining the solution of a homogeneous state equation, the solution is xt equal to e to the power at x0. It follows analogously to this. So you just have to replace this small a by capital A and you can get the solution. Mind it, this matrix e to the power at, इसका solution अब इसको हमने देखा नहीं अभी कि इसको analytically obtain कैसे करना है या numerically इसको कैसे obtain करेंगे, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि एक infinite series है. तो इसको obtain करने के लिए there are various methods. We'll learn that how to obtain it. But for the time being, you just remember that this matrix actually results in the transition of states from some initial time 0 to some final time t. That's why this matrix is known as state transition matrix. Is that clear? Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
तो solution of state equations में अभी हम इतना ही करेंगे. अभी आपको next हम दिखाएंगे जो मैं start में कह रहा था आपको कि DC machine का state space model कैसे develop करते हैं. ये topic अभी continue रहेगा. I have a meeting at 11, so Danish will take over from me and he will show you how to obtain the state space model for DC machines. Speed control as well as position control will show you how to obtain the state space model. Over to Danish.
Okay, so I will show you a state space model. Basically, how do you obtain a state space model of a DC motor speed control as well as position control? This is mainly जो अभी तक आपने स्टेट स्पेस मॉडलिंग वगैरह पढ़ी है, उसकी हम एक एप्लीकेशन देखते हैं. अभी तक आपने बस इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट्स देखे, ये सॉल्व इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट्स असाइनमेंट्स में भी थे. तो वहाँ पे आपने इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट्स के स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल्स डिराइव किए. यहाँ पर हम एक ऐसा सिस्टम ले रहे हैं जो कि नोन है, आपने पढ़ा होगा डीसी मोटर, मशीन कोर्स में आपने देखा होगा डीसी मोटर. तो उसका हम एक स्टेट स्पेस प्रेजेंटेशन डिराइव करने वाले हैं. And what's the application in mind? The application is a speed control. तो मैं एक आपको ब्लॉक डायग्राम दिखाता हूँ. First of all, analyze the system and then we will derive state space model. ये दिख रहा है सबको?
Yes, sir.
तो यहाँ पे जो मैंने एक ब्लॉक डायग्राम बनाई है, पहले मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ मैं क्या बनाया. Focus on this block. This is a DC motor block. Okay, DC motor with load. अभी इसकी internal जो structure है वो बनाने वाला हूँ. First of all, focus on the block diagram. This, let's suppose you have a separately excited DC motor. Okay, the input to the motor is the armature voltage. Input सबसे पहले तो input output सब identify कर लो. We are applying an voltage to the armature winding that's presented by U, and on the output you are measuring the speed of the motor, and that's denoted by this omega, which is in radians per second. Okay, input is the voltage, output is the speed. What we are doing then, we are feeding this speed to a TECO generator. This is another DC machine that's coupled on the same shaft. ये बेसिकली क्या काम करता है, ये आपकी स्पीड के प्रोपोर्शन एक वोल्टेज जनरेट कर लेता है. हम बेसिकली ये चीजें हम लैब में देखने वाले हैं. हमारे कंट्रोल सिस्टम्स लैब में हम जब जाएंगे स्पीड कंट्रोल पे तो वहां पे ज्यादा क्लियर हो जाएंगे. तो यहाँ पे जो स्पीड है, दिस इज वेब टाइपिंग द स्पीड एंड दिस स्पीड इज बीइंग सेंस्ड बाय द TECO जनरेटर. और ये स्पीड जो है फीड हो रही है इनका फीडबैक, नेगेटिव फीडबैक, ठीक है। यहाँ पर हमारे एक रेफरेंस सिग्नल है कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग टू डिजायर्ड स्पीड, जो हम चाहते हैं, जिस डिजायर्ड स्पीड पे हम चाहते हैं मोटर रन करे, वो डिजायर्ड स्पीड हम यहाँ पे सेट करेंगे। एंड यहाँ पे फीडबैक में एक्चुअल स्पीड आ रही है, so depending upon the difference between my reference and the actual, we are getting some error, E of t, एक error signal generate होगी, which are labeled here error signal, and this error signal is being fed to a controller. ठीक है? We are having a controller block, its input is the error signal and it's providing the armature voltage, the necessary armature voltage in order to run this motor at this reference speed. इस कंट्रोलर का मेन काम ये है कि सारे सिग्नल को मिनिमाइज करे such that my actual speed matches to the reference speed. This is a basic block diagram of feedback for DC motor speed control. अच्छा, ये जो DC मोटर मैंने बनाया, ये आपने पढ़ा होगा, उसको हम ऐसे प्रेजेंट करते हैं। This is a model of a separately excited DC motor जो मैंने यहाँ पे बनाया है। This is a model of separately excited, यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ, model of a separately excited DC motor। ये आपने मेनली देखा होगा मशीन कोर्स में, क्योंकि separately excited DC motor है, so it will be having two components. One is the component corresponding to the field winding, and one is the component corresponding to the armature winding. So this is the reactance of armature winding. This is the resistance of armature winding. This is in henries. This is in ohms. This is your excitation, जो यहाँ पे मैंने U mention किया. This is your armature voltage जो आप देने वाले हैं, जिससे मोटर कंट्रोल होने वाला है। यहाँ पे so this is the electrical part of the circuit, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे आते हैं, this is the mechanical part. You are having this motor coupled, so ये आपका this is the speed of the shaft, and यहाँ पे मैंने एक voltage दिखाई है। This is your back EMF, जो आपने पढ़ा होगा। और यहाँ पे this is a field winding, this is a separately excited machine, so field की जो separate जो source होगा वो separate source से आएगा, and here we are assuming the field current to be constant. जो field current यहाँ पे IF flow होगी, we are assuming to be the constant, कि basically जो proportion होती है flux की, तो यहाँ पे हम assume कर रहे हैं कि constant. So this is a circuitry of a separately excited DC motor. अब हम आते हैं, our aim is to derive a state space model for this. So before you go to derive state space model, सबसे पहले आपको system समझना होता है। System में क्या समझना होता है? You have to understand the input, which is your armature voltage. You have to understand your output, which is the speed of the shaft. So proportional to the voltage you are supplying, you are getting some speed. और हम क्या चाहते हैं? हम चाहते हैं कि जो speed है, this matches our reference speed. This is the aim, क्योंकि ये फीडबैक में लगा हुआ है, तो ये फीडबैक करेक्शन कर लेगा। तो इसी मॉडल का आपको स्टेट स्पेस प्रेजेंटेशन बनाना है, ठीक है। तो ये वाला पार्ट आपको पता है, इफ यू हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ सर्किट, इसका स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल कैसे बनाएंगे, बिकॉज़ यू हैव अ इंडक्टर, यू हैव अ रेजिस्टर एंड यू हैव अ वोल्टेज सोर्स। अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा? यहाँ पे दो सर्किटरीज इन्वॉल्वड है, वन इज द इलेक्ट्रिकल पार्ट and another is the mechanical part. So you'll be having equations corresponding to electrical circuitry, and you'll be having equations corresponding to mechanical part, and you have to link them. तो वो इक्वेशंस मैं अब लिख रहा हूँ. अच्छा, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन दैट यू कैन easily write is from this KVL loop. अगर आप देखोगे, first equation that you can write is U, this voltage, the sum of LA dIA by dt, this voltage, plus RA times IA voltage and this EB, isn't it? यहाँ पे loop लगा, so you will get a first equation corresponding to the electrical circuit. तो मैं यहाँ पे equations लिख रहा हूँ. Voltage loop equation is plus you have EB term, isn't it? यही आएगा ना? Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ये तो मैंने basically इसमें एक KVL लगा दिया. This voltage is sum of these three. Where LA is the यहाँ पे मैं लिख रहा हूँ terms, inductance of armature winding, that's measured in henries. अच्छा, RA, that's the resistance of armature winding, that's in ohms. अच्छा, IA, that's the armature current. Amperes. उसके अलावा EB, this one, that's the back EMF produced by the motor. इसको volts में लिखना है. इसके अलावा और कौन सी टर्म है? U is the armature voltage, which is our input. Input output सबको याद रखना है क्या है? Armature voltage, which also in volts. ठीक है? Your input is LA dIA by dt. IA is the armature current, plus RA into IA, RA into IA, plus the back EMF. This is the equation corresponding to the electrical circuit. अच्छा, एक और इक्वेशन है जो कि हम लिखते हैं for DC motor, जो आपने पढ़ा होगा. This is voltage loop equation. Another equation is torque balance. Torque balance equation, which is corresponding to this part of the circuit. ये भी लिख लेता हूँ मैं. Torque balance where Tm is the torque developed by motor. उसके यूनिट्स क्या होंगे? न्यूटन मीटर, isn't it? अच्छा, J, this is equivalent moment of inertia of motor and load. Refer to motor side. और उसके यूनिट्स क्या होते हैं? This is in kg meter square. अच्छा, B is your equivalent viscous friction coefficient. of the motor. Motor and load, इसका इक्विवेलेंट लिया गया है, क्योंकि जो मैंने ब्लॉक डायग्राम दिखाई इसमें मोटर भी मैंने ले लिया एंड द लोड सेल्फ, तो दोनों का एक ही ब्लॉक में रिप्रेजेंट किया, इसलिए यहाँ पे इक्विवेलेंट टर्म्स आ रही है। अच्छा, इसका जो है यूनिट्स दैट इज न्यूटन मीटर अपॉन केजी मीटर स्क्वायर, केजी मीटर स्क्वायर नहीं आएंगे, रेडियन पर सेकंड। और कौन सी टर्म है आपकी? ओमेगा, ओमेगा इज द एंगुलर वेलोसिटी, जो कि हमारा आउटपुट भी है। ऑफ मोटर शाफ्ट एंड इट्स यूनिट्स आर रेडियन पर सेकंड। तो ये वाली क्वेश्चन तो अंडरस्टूड है। ये क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रही है? दिस इक्वेशन सेज योर टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस्ड विद द मोटर इज कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टू टर्म्स, द इक्विवेलेंट मूवमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया of motor and load combined and refer to motor side times the derivative of speed, the derivative of angular velocity plus bt. ये इक्वेशन तो आपने देखी होगी, दिस इज बेसिकली फोर्स इक्वेशन। जैसे हम न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ में कहते हैं F is equal to ma, this is analogous to F is equal to ma, this is F, this is m and this is a, acceleration। लेकिन यहाँ पे वहाँ पे जो है वेरिएबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है, यहाँ पे हमने वेलोसिटी ले लिया। दैट्स स्प्रिंग मास डैम्पर भी एनालॉगस है। स्प्रिंग मास डैम्पर में जो सेकंड ऑर्डर बनती है mx डबल डॉट प्लस dx डॉट प्लस kx इक्वल टू f, पढ़ा है ना आपने, ये देखा होगा सेकंड ऑर्डर सिस्टम्स में। फोर्स को हम बैलेंस करते हैं, I अल्फा, दिस इज मास, ये आपका होता है डैम्पर वहां पे, एंड दिस इज योर स्प्रिंग कांस्टेंट, and these are displacement, velocity and acceleration। ऐसी एक टर्म आती है टॉर्क बैलेंस, जो टॉर्क बैलेंस करते हैं। टॉर्क प्रोपोर्शनल इक्वल टू j टाइम्स द वेलोसिटी प्लस फ्रिक्शन टाइम्स j टाइम्स द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ वेलोसिटी एंड फ्रिक्शन टाइम्स द वेलोसिटी, और ये आपको दिस इज योर आउटपुट, ठीक है। So you have two equations corresponding to two different domains, electrical equation balancing the voltage, this is the mechanical equation balancing the torques, ठीक है। अच्छा, इसके अलावा और दो कांस्टेंट्स होते हैं मोटर में, स्पेशली इन डीसी मोटर। ये भी अभी तक हम स्टेट्स किस मॉडल पे नहीं आए, वी आर जस्ट रिवाइजिंग कि अभी तक डीसी मोटर में अपनी क्या टर्म्स पढ़ी है। अच्छा, यहाँ पे मैंने एक अजम्पशन ली थी कि IF इज कांस्टेंट, फील्ड करंट, है ना। बेसिकली मोटर जो है इसको हम ऑपरेट करते हैं इट्स लीनियर रीजन ऑफ द मैग्नेटाइजेशन कर्व। तो आपकी जो IF है दैट्स व्हाई योर IF इज कांस्टेंट। अच्छा, मोटर टॉर्क इक्वेशन तो हो गई। Since I assume my IF to be constant, जो कि field excitation है, which is another circuit, जो field excitation I assume to be constant, so my torque is proportional to the field current, sorry, armature current. You get this? This is not equation 3. Where this KT, ये पढ़ा होगा आपने, KT is motor torque constant. और उसकी यूनिट्स क्या होंगे? टॉर्क बाय करंट, व्हिच इज न्यूटन मीटर पर एम्पियर। यहाँ पर मैं ये अज्यूम कर रहा हूँ कि सिंस मोटर इज ऑपरेटेड इन द लीनियर रीजन ऑफ द मैग्नेटाइजेशन कर्व, तो जो फ्लक्स होगा दैट्स प्रोपोर्शनल टू फील्ड करंट। एक्चुअली द टॉर्क इक्वेशन लुक्स लाइक दिस, यहाँ पे मैं फॉर रेफरेंस लिख लेता हूँ। This is your actual equation of the torque produced by the DC motor. It depends upon P Z 2 pi A times pi A. ये चीजें पढ़ी है आपने, poles, number of parallel paths, number of armature conductors. So this part is overall constant for a motor. This term is constant for any motor. So your torque is proportional to 5 times A. और यहाँ पे चूंकि फ्लक्स भी कांस्टेंट अज्यूम किया गया है, फ्लक्स इज आल्सो कांस्टेंट, IF is constant. So your torque is proportional to armature current. वही मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा. And this constant term I represented the KT. और KT is motor torque constant. Its units being Newton meter per ampere. This is our equation 3. अच्छा, मोटर टॉर्क कांस्टेंट के अलावा एक और चीज कांस्टेंट होती है मोटर में. Which is a constant electromotive torque per force. जो मैंने EB टर्म लिखी थी ना बैक EMF की. This is proportional to flux and omega. This back EMF is proportional to your speed. So एक और constant equation आती है, your back EMF is equal to K. इसको KB से प्रेजेंट करते हैं. While KB, it's known as back EMF constant. And its units will be back EMF by speed. Back EMF is volts upon radian per second. So दो equations आती हैं corresponding to a DC motor. First is the torque proportional to field, torque proportional to the armature current, and the relation is given by this, where KT is a constant. Another relation जो आपकी back EMF है EB, that's proportional to the speed. With this constant term KB, which is known as the back EMF constant. यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Have you understood equation 1, 2, 3 and 4? Any confusion regarding this? इसके बाद हम state model पे आने वाले हैं. Any
No,
question?
sir.
No, sir.
Okay, good. So, हाँ, तो चार equations आपके आ गई. Let me recap. First equation comes from the voltage loop of the armature side. Second equation comes the torque balance from the mechanical side. And the third and the fourth equations, they are just the what you call balances. This is this says torque is proportional to armature current, and this says back EMF is proportional to speed. This is third, this is fourth. Now you are ready to write the state model. Your equations are the. If I write again my equation A, equation 1 was ut LA diat upon dt, मैं फिर से लिख रहा हूँ, प्लस RAIAT plus ED. This was our first equation. अच्छा, before we derive a state model for the DC motor, you should know the state variables, है ना? तो state variables यहाँ पे क्या select किया जाए? If I ask you, just focus on equation 1 and equation 2. What do I have here? You are seeing the derivative part of something. Here you are also seeing the derivative part of something. So I should take IA as one of the state variable, and I should take speed as one of my state variables, because derivative information I have. If I solve this equation for di by dt, I take these terms on the left and I solve for di by dt. Similarly, I can do it here. I can solve for d omega by dt. This b will go here, this j will go here, and I will solve for this. So if I solve for this and solve for this, तो मेरे पास दो इक्वेशंस आएंगी जिनकी डेरिवेटिव्स की इक्वेशंस हैं. सो आई शुड टेक माय फर्स्ट स्टेट वेरिएबल एज दिस एंड सेकंड स्टेट वेरिएबल ऑफ दिस, और वाइस वर्सा. तो यहाँ पे मैं लिख रहा हूँ कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये फर्स्ट इक्वेशन है. अच्छा, इसको सॉल्व करो फॉर डी आई बाई डी टी. इस क्वेश्चन में से di by dt की इंफॉर्मेशन निकालो. This will be minus r टर्म को लेफ्ट ले लो, minus ra by ra. IAT, ठीक है. इस EB टर्म को भी लेफ्ट साइड ले लो, माइनस. अच्छा, यह है EB is equal to KB omega t. This was what? This was your equation number 4. यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ 4, and you had TM equal to KT times IA. This was your equation 3 and 4. मैं साइड में लिखता हूँ for reference. तो EB will take left side, and EB is equal to what? KB omega t. KB omega t divided by this LA. समझ में आया? I just substituted in terms of EB के जगह मैंने equation 4 use की. Instead of EB I have written KB omega t, and this LA term goes left, comes on the denominator, and we have UT plus 1 by LA UT. ठीक है? ये have obtained using 4. I have used 4 in this. Similarly, जब equation 2 थी, equation 2 was your dot balance की equation 2 is equal to J d omega t upon dt plus b omega t, isn't it? इसमें भी I can do similar thing. I can solve for d omega t upon dt or d omega t upon dt. इस टर्म को लेफ्ट ले लो, minus b upon j. What I can write for wait. हाँ, ठीक है. Omega t. This goes on left, minus b by j omega t, and this torque. And I have this torque equation given by equation 3 plus k t IAT upon J. Is it okay? This is using 3. Is this okay? Have you understood this and this?
Yes, sir.
So, if I select x1 as omega t and x1 t लिखना चाहिए. It's varying with time. If I select xt as omega t and x2 t as IAT as my state variables, selecting these omega t का मैं ले रहा हूँ as my first state variable because I have this equation straight away. And selecting IA as the second variable. Why? Because I'm also having this equation. I have information of derivative. So कैसा दिखेगा मेरा state space model? अच्छा, ये भी याद रखना है कि what's your U and what's your Y. Your input is the voltage, the armature voltage. इसको मैंने U से ही represent किया है. Armature voltage. And what's your output? Output is omega t. है ना? So can I write the state space model? x1 dot t, x2 dot t, Just tell me now. You have x1 dot. x1 is what? Omega t. यहाँ पे equation जो है. So what's the relation of x1 dot with x1 and x2 and u? And यहाँ पे याद रखो कि x1 is omega, x2 is IA. What's the relation of omega with omega t? This b by j, isn't it? What's the relation of omega dot with x2? x2 is the current. Here, it's kT upon j. What's the relation with input? There is no relation with the input, so it's 0. Come to second equation, x2 dot. x2 dot is IA, which is here. What's the relation with IA? Minus RA by LA. x1 is omega. You have to see with the omega. IA की relation omega के साथ is KB upon LA. And what's the relation of current with itself? That's RA by LA. And I also have the relation with input. That's 1 by LA. So this is your state model. ये समझ में आया कैसे equations बने थे? I have just written this equations in matrix form. That's it. अच्छा, output equation we also have. Output is x1. Which is your omega t. Any question in this? State model में कोई question? Yeah, any question?
No, sir.
हाँ, ये हो गया आपका speed control. If we come to the position control, अभी तक हमारा desired output क्या था? Speed. If I want to control the position of DC motor instead of speed, काफी applications में we are more interested on changing the position of the shaft. We are interested in changing the position or controlling the position rather than speed of the shaft. तो वहाँ पे बस एक जो ब्लॉक डायग्राम में आपको स्टार्ट में दिखाई, फिर से बना रहा हूँ. This is your DC motor plus load. This was your tacho generator. मैं फिर से वही ब्लॉक डायग्राम बना रहा हूँ. This is your now ER. And यहाँ पे we are बस changing one thing. We are just changing input. आपका तो है armature voltage. We are just changing this to theta. We are now concentrated on the position of the shaft. So this is the block diagram of closed loop position control. यहाँ पे बस मैंने एक चीज की चेंज की कि my desired output is not position instead of speed. अच्छा, speed का आपने देखा. When we talk about speed control, we arrived at this kind of a model. यहाँ पे जो state space का dimension है, that's 2. I'm having 2 state variables, speed and the armature current. When I go to this, can you tell me straight away what will be the state model if you know the state model of speed control? क्या चेंज आ जाएगी? Just changing the output to position और reference भी आपकी अब position
ओमेगा की जगह थीटा.
हाँ, एक you have a relation with this and omega जो अभी तक यहाँ पे था.
सर थीटा को ओमेगा को डी थीटा बाय डी टी लिख देंगे.
Yes. If I do this selection, if this is my selection, ये तो थे ही omega and I were my state variables. I have just introduced another state variable, which is theta t now, which is my output. This is also my output. Now, ये दो state variables तो थे ही. I will just introduce one more state equation, which is state variable, which is the theta t. Why I have done this? Because this is my desired output. And another reason is I have a relation between x1 and x2 straight away. D theta t upon dt, that's equal to omega t, which means x1 dot equal to x2, isn't it? x1 which is theta, इसका डेरिवेटिव लेंगे यानी कि d theta dot dt which will be omega t. Omega t is x2. So x1 dot is x2, and you know equation for x2 dot, you know equation for x3 dot from the previous equations. तो स्टेट मॉडल तो आप सीधे बना सकते हो इसका. अच्छा, हेल्प मी हियर. यहाँ पे x1 dot is x2. x1 dot is x2, isn't it? और ये वाला पार्ट मैंने भी डिराइव किया था, ये दो इक्वेशंस का रिलेशन. दैट वाज व्हाट? माइनस b by j kt by j minus ab by la and minus ra by la. This was 1 by la and this was 0. ये वाला जो पार्ट था ये हमने डिराइव किया था स्पीड कंट्रोल में. These second order, these are in relation with omega and this. अच्छा, यहाँ पे ये भी आपको लिख दूँ. This is theta, this is omega, this is ia. Theta dot, omega dot, ia dot. So what will be the rest of the entries? It will be 0. ये वाला पार्ट जो हमने डिराइव किया था, दिस वाज फॉर स्पीड कंट्रोल. Isn't it? ये वाला पार्ट स्पीड कंट्रोल से आया है. By changing it to position, I have just introduced another state variable which introduce one more equation x1 dot is x2, which is the first equation. And what's the output? Output में क्या change आएगा? Yt is just yt is theta t, which is equal to x1 t. ये समझ में आया? हमने विदाउट डूइंग एन एनालिसिस वी जस्ट, क्योंकि हमने स्टेट मॉडल डिराइव किया था फॉर स्पीड, वी जस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड वन मोर इक्वेशन एंड वी अराइव एट दिस मॉडल. इसमें कोई कंफ्यूजन आपको पोजीशन कंट्रोल में? एनी कंफ्यूजन?
नो सर.
हाँ, ये तो आप यहाँ से भी कह सकते थे ना. जस्ट वन लास्ट थिंग आई विल से, ये जो मैंने सिलेक्शन ऑफ स्टेट वेरिएबल्स किया, तो मैंने कहा नहीं ब्लॉक डायग्राम, इनिशियल ब्लॉक डायग्राम. हाँ, नहीं ब्लॉक डायग्राम बनाई थी नहीं. हाँ, यहाँ पे दिस वाज माय स्पीड कंट्रोल सेटअप. यहाँ पे अगर मुझे पोजीशन का चाहिए था, आई कुड हैव डन वन मोर थिंग. ये जो स्पीड आ रही है ना, I could have integrated it and I could have got the theta. ब्लॉक डायग्राम सेम रहता, एक इंटीग्रेशन की टर्म से मुझे थीटा मिल जाता. एंड यू नो फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस कि आउटपुट ऑफ द इंटीग्रेटर इज चोजन एज अ स्टेट वेरिएबल. सो इफ दिस कुड हैव बीन x1, this was what? x1 dot, then which was equal to omega and which was equal to x2. तो यहां से भी इक्वेशन आ जाती है x1 dot equal to x2. ठीक है? This was x1, this is x1 dot, but which is equal to omega, and omega I have selected for my position control to be x2. So x1 dot will be equal to x2. यहाँ से रियल इक्वेशन वापस आ जाती है. तो आपको पोजीशन एंड स्पीड दोनों समझ में आए. हाउ डू यू डिराइव द स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल ऑफ डीसी मोटर. अच्छा, ये चीज हम लैब में करने वाले हैं. लीनियर सिस्टम सिमुलेटर जब हमारा कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, we will do both. We will do position control, we will do speed control. Transfer functions आपको पता होनी चाहिए, and you should be able to drive the state model. Any confusion? Any confusion in speed or state or any equation?
No sir. No sir.
Okay. अच्छा, लैब का वीडियो आप लोगों ने देखा? देखा कि नहीं?
नो सर.
लैब का मैंने वीडियो शायद कल आई डोंट रिमेंबर कल डाला कि परसों डाला, लेकिन लैब का एक वीडियो अवेलेबल है, 2 आवर लॉन्ग है। जिन लोगों ने देखा मैं उनसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, डू यू हैव एनी फीडबैक इन लैब? हमने रिकॉर्डेड एक भेजा था सेशन, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ऑफलाइन आए थे तो उनके साथ हमने एक रिकॉर्डेड लैब का एक सेशन बनाया था। आई पोस्टेड ऑन द ग्रुप आल्सो, 2 आवर्स का वीडियो था। सो अगर नहीं देखा है अभी तो आज देख लो। एंड आई वांट योर फीडबैक्स बेसिकली फ्रॉम द लैब, ठीक है। तो हम सोच रहे हैं कि नेक्स्ट लैब जो होगी वो लाइव करेंगे। अगर लाइव आप लोगों को ठीक लगा, वैसे ही क्लास होती है, देन वी विल कंटिन्यू लाइव। अगर लगा कि आपको लैब में कि लाइव में कुछ चीजें मिस हो रही है जो कि हम रिकॉर्डिंग में कुछ एडिटिंग के बाद आपको दिखा सकें, देन वी विल स्विच टू रिकॉर्डेड। तो आई वांट दैट फ्रॉम यू कि आपको लाइव बेहतर है कि रिकॉर्डेड बेहतर है। अच्छा, लैब का एक और चीज है बता दूं कि लैब में आपको एक रिपोर्ट फाइल बनानी है, इसे बनाते हैं ना, एक रिपोर्ट फाइल बनाओगे, उसमें हर जो भी एक्सपेरिमेंट्स हम करेंगे, यू हैव टू मेंशन द एक्सपेरिमेंट, जैसे कि बनाते हैं थ्योरी, apparatus यूज, स्टेप्स क्या हैं, रिजल्ट्स क्या हैं। इफ इट्स अ थ्योरेटिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट तो बस थ्योरी मेंशन करनी है और एक प्रॉपर फाइल होगी। और जब लैब होगी तो प्रीवियस लैब की आपको पहले रिपोर्ट दिखानी है। और जो ऑफलाइन आ रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स वो तो ऑफलाइन दिखाएंगे, और जो ऑनलाइन है वो अपनी पीडीएफ सेंड करेंगे ऑन गूगल क्लासरूम। तो जब नेक्स्ट लैब होगी, यू हैव टू शो जो पुराना हमने ऑसिलोस्कोप्स पढ़े थे, ऑसिलोस्कोप्स की जो थ्योरी है उसके बेसिस पे आपको वो लैब का मैनुअल दिखाना है। ओके, अंडरस्टूड। नेक्स्ट क्लास कब है आपकी?
अभी 10 मिनट है सर, 10-15 मिनट।
10 मिनट है? ओके
15 मिनट सर।
ओके, विल स्टॉप है, विल स्टॉप है। कैन यू? थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर।